All right, well, straight into the next match. We have sAw versus Team Falcon. First match went over towards Team Falcon. It was Dust2. sAw, they have to do a comeback, but Sam, when they do it.
That is going to be the $1 million question here, or the, I suppose, $50,000 question. See who's going to make it through to the end, if they can make something happen. Oh, I like how Falcon are taking the control of the map here. I talk about map control a lot, and it's probably my favorite thing to watch a team do, because I feel like if you can take that, if you can create those pincers, if you can get in behind the enemy team, kind of knock them off balance, well, you've already run 60% of the fight.
These P250s are just so dangerous. I love the pistol so much. I can barely use it anymore, to be fair. I'm terrible with pistols, aside from Beagles. We're going to be seeing this push over towards long. It's not going to work out, actually, in the favor of the T's at all. They're trying to make their way, but you know what? It's a little bit of distraction. He's going to be in a perfect position. Smoke's going to be going out. He should hit these shots. He misses, though. Gets a little bit of damage, but he's going to have to back off before he gets taken down. But Roman going to be there backing out his teammate, but can't be doing too much. Even the bomb holder pushed up against him and got the kill. That was such a risk from Kiosk. Like, honestly, I do question that decision from him, but it worked out in the end. Down towards mid, it's going to be Arky trying to get this kill. Eventually going to be able to take down Kyoujin, but keep in mind, they're going to have limited sort of bullets left in those USPs at this point in time. Mutua's going to be able to pick up one, but that's going to be all she wrote. It's going to get taken down, but over towards window, it's going to be Roman with the kills. And they picked up the kills. They won a pistol round.
Hell
I know
yeah.
a lot of people were saying they've got to lose a pistol round at some point, and well, they've just done that. They lost the obviously the first one on their T side, and they managed to pick it up over towards this side on the CT side.
I mean, I spoke about map control and pincers, and that's exactly what sAw do. They push out through the double doors, out towards B main. They create that crossfire between main and window, and you got one person still kind of holding double door to make sure that no one from Falcon can do like a counter flank, and it works out really well. They shut down, they get those last few kills on the site, and oh, see, we've got a pause coming through here. Hopefully nothing too serious, because well, when you've won that first round, you definitely start itching to get back into it, particularly after such a wonky map one. So we talk about needing to, you know, having something to prove. Kind of feels like they might be in that boat here.
Agree, a little bit of a pause going out. Not sure if it was a tech or well, fairly certain it wasn't. I think it must have been a tactical, so they're still buying and doing everything else. So see what they're going to be able to bring through on this. A decent amount of utility on both sides. Should be a good execution from Team Falcon. They got that bomb down, going into a nice buy. All of them going up in towards upper tunnels. No one's going down towards lower tunnels. I do wonder with that kind of situation. You have to wait about 13-15 seconds for that smoke to dissipate and for them to push through. Just is going to be on the other side, but we're going to be seeing the B-side execution come through, so it'll be full smokes, flashes, everything. So he's going to be very lucky not to get flashed in this situation.
Kyoujin has a hero rifle, which feels like a bit of an investment. And he's, of course, somewhat leading the charge towards B, but sAw, after so long without seeing anything happening towards A, and Falcon have done reasonably well to starve some of that information, but very soon it's going to become quite evident to sAw that this is what's happening, and hopefully we start to see those rotations.
Yeah, execution should be coming out over towards B very shortly, and they've dedicated to it. There you go. Flash is going to be going out in a moment. There we go. But there's going to be the spray. Completely blind. Just that Roman is going to be able to get two. Couldn't see what they're shooting at. They're still going to be able to do a good job, but that Molotov is going to be pushing them out of position. Just he's going to be having to do a lot of work here. He's going to be able to spray down, takes down another scout. He's going to be getting to work as well. So I don't know, trying to get the damage, but couldn't quite get the kill. Maxon recovers the 8K, and he's going to be running, but well, unfortunately for him, right into the arms of Mutua's. He's like, oh, free upgrade.
That felt like the definition of spray and pray. Wasn't it like 3 blind kills? I mean, that's just nuts. Oh, just gross. And okay, I mean, it's somewhat to be expected. It is a very small choke point. So you spray and pray, and prayers came true. That's another round very handedly in the bag here for sAw, and for them to have been able to pick up one of those rifles, one of those AKs, gives themselves more of an advantage as Falcon find themselves back down onto an less than ideal situation in terms of what firepower they have available to them, and also like no util either. It's just a full-on rush up long, and it's a mow down.
Oh, easy kills here for Arky. He's going to be able to get 3 for himself. Good round. We didn't really expect too much from that. If that was sAw and eat pistol round, I'd be a little bit disappointed if they didn't get a single kill. Even with the Glocks, they've been predominantly fantastic with those Glocks. I will say that that spray through on B I think that's the first time I managed to get like a spray down ace versus a eco round or whatever it was back in the day many years ago. But nice to see these kills from Arky coming through, making full use out of the Famous.
The mow down on long, it's like a hoedown, but less fun.
Well, he's going to be trying it again, but unfortunately there's going to be a little bit of firepower in the hands of Kirjun. He's going to be able to pick up the trade, which works in favor of them. They have got to play holding back a little bit now, because sAw is going to have to play carefully here. They're going to be getting re-smoked. Free Fire's coming through. He really needs to hold this position, but he has to also be careful. He's got no one holding over towards short for him. Oh, Roman is actually. Never mind. That's good information.
Serious patience from sAw here. You see them take a little bit of an aggressive stance down long to see what's happening there. They lose one, and they opt not to push it, but instead to wait and see if they can get a little bit of information before committing. Maybe draw out what little utility Falcons have left. But Roman, watching double doors here, could be in danger.
He's going to be waiting for them to peek round. Gets one. He's going in for the second one. Couldn't do it, but picks up a lot of damage, rather. Python's going to be down to 32 HP. Smoke's going to be going down in towards DP. Grenade goes through. Spray should follow up. A lot of damage going to be coming through. Just going to be perfect position. Takes one, takes two. Flash over towards B. Crosses over. Sees him going through. Gets the kill as well. Fantastic gameplay by Just. 6-1 on his front. He is, you know, after last game, I'm really impressed by him. He's not a player that's shown massively yesterday, but today he's coming through and it's like, yes, sAw, I've got your back.
Yeah, and you know what? It's an important thing to have. As was something that we'd spoken about yesterday, about how none of the teams really rely on one or maybe two hero players to consistently come up huge. It really is everyone having the opportunity to perform and really make an impact.
Well, talking about making an impact, nothing has been done so far at the start of this one. sAw is going to be in a good position now to hold over towards long, but I think we should probably see maybe the T's back off on this front. They do have a lot of smokes in hands. Seems like an execution over towards 8log is going to come through with their Tech 9s and Deagles and Glocks as well, but we're going to be seeing this counter grenades getting waited to basically like use down in towards that position. It's going to go and work very well on their front. So it's going to go back over towards Gandalf here. That gap is going to be working well, but Keel's going to be pushing through. He's going to be able to get a kill. They're going to be able to pick up that frag and also the weapon. This is actually a fantastic execute with very limited resources, and now it's going to be a retake situation. Keel's managed to take down Roman as well, so 2 for 1 in regards to the trade-off. That is not going to be looking good on the CT side. Retake. Completely possible in this front. They're cutting off any positions they're unsure about. Maka, he's going in for the rotation from behind. This could be detrimental. This could be seeing them go down. Maka's going to be coming up behind them. Gets the kill, and that's going to be an AWP in their hands. Last T on the site is going to go down. He misses that shot. That was so crucial. Splash as well, going to be getting used out on here. He gets another one. He's going to have to go for the wall bang. Gets one hit. Going in for the second one, but instead, it's going to be the defuse coming through. That was way too close, Sam. How the hell has that happened?
That was heartbreaking because Maka does so well to almost bring that back. So they push full up long. They use some of that util to force Dodo off of his position, which is really important. So they push him away and then they're able to push in onto site themselves. Maka goes on a wild flanking mission. I spoke about how important that is, getting that map control, creating those pincers. Yoinks the op for himself, but not able to connect that final kill. He has to spam through the box. It's going to do a little less damage than what you would want it to, and unfortunately just not in time to stop that defuse. But a valiant attempt, all things considered, and they do make it very expensive for sAw.
So losing a lot of that economy is not going to be good, but you know what? Getting the rounds, getting that buffer is exactly what they need. But look at sAw. He's got $0 in the bank right now because no AWP was covered from that last round. Roman's going to be giving away a little bit of information. Arky's going to be going over towards long. He's going to be doing a grenade. Going to achieve too much. Roman in towards mid. Arky, he does get that kill over towards long. That control is going to do absolute fantastic work for them. Flash and, well, actually it's just a smoke. Over towards short is going to go out well. Roman may not expect Hadji to be right down below his crosshair. This Frenchman might just be able to catch him off guard. He's not really showing up today so far. This game, last game, he was on point. Reposition has happened and the game has slowed down a little bit. So we're down to 3 players on Team Falcon.
Yeah, it tends to happen when you get to these mid-round adjustments, but it looks like they're trying to take some dangerous peeks here, get a little bit of damage out, throw out some of that util, finally start making their way into A, but A is pretty stacked.
And there's going to be the AWP versus AWP. They're both going to miss the opportunity here, but the molly's going to work fantastically. It's going to be burning Python alive. Who wants Snake for dinner? sAw has perfect opportunity here to pop up, take a shot. He's going to be taking it slow. His teammate's going to be able to take down Haji, peeking around the corner. Gadoff player is going to go down. And unfortunately, his players could not fly. And that's going to be a 6th round on the board. sAw continuing on their success on the CT side.
I'm having like reverse deja vu right now. Because this is exactly what Falcon did in the first half of Overpass. And now sAw very much seemed to be a CT team. Maybe that's the thing. Okay, a lot of maps lend themselves to the CT side, so that can definitely factor into it. But they have definitely looked better on their CT sides, just in general, just kind of as a rule. And for them to be creating this much of a buffer for themselves for when they eventually do move over onto the T side, I mean, we saw them with a damn near heroic comeback from only 3 points when we swapped sides on Overpass. If Falcon can do the same thing, then maybe they're not going to be too worried here. But I think that any normal team will be looking at this going, we got to start bringing this back around. We're getting very close to last opportunity for Falcon to head into the half at an advantage in terms of rounds 1. So if they're going to bring it back, it's going to need to start happening now.
Completely agree. Python is making a little bit of an aggressive play. This is exactly what we need to be seeing from them. Unfortunately, sAw had a perfect read on them. Information from his team working out gloriously, but Kiel's in towards mid. It's Microsoft CT. Decent amount of information. Mishra is going to be putting out a grenade. Doesn't really achieve too much. A little bit of damage. Roman holding towards mid. Nothing's going to come of it. Over towards short and long. They're going in for a 2-2 split. Maybe in a 1-2, 1-3 actually. Never mind. It might just be a bit of a takeover long and then switch back one player over towards short. CTs, they've got one over towards long pit, one on site, one in towards CT. Arky, he's going to be the key player here. He's got a flash in hand. He's going to have to use it as they go in for the push. That's going to be easily dodged out from them, but it's going to be information for him and a little bit of a delay. But unfortunately, he's going to be outplayed. sAw is going to be able to get a kill, make it a 2-1. And now this is going to leave 2 players over towards long to try and bring this back. And he knows that they're there waiting to be able to take the shot on him, including the AWP players. So he has to count on this player down into ward. CT be able to do something here, but the Molotov is going to be making quick work of him. If he's not careful, he's just sitting waiting for that molly to spread over to him, but Kirjan's going to be able to get that peek, and Maka Long gets the kill. This is the opening. Bomb is going down. They can't plant as easily over towards that long position. It's still there. They can still play from long if they want to, but like easily he misses his shot. Maka, not like this. You don't miss those shots. Now it's going to be down to Kirjan to defend this. Looking to do what he can, takes down the car plane now, switches on over. He knows the short player's there. He's going to have to hit these shots. He's got an advantage with that weapon. All he has to do is hit that one headshot. He's got 10 HP left. He can't do it. Roman brings it back through for his team, but at what cost? The economy was hit, but they could still buy going into the next round. The AWP recovered is brilliant news.
Jeez, what a round. We talk about those blood pressure rounds. That was definitely one of them. I felt like it really was going so far in favor of Falcon. I feel like that molly... So, it doesn't quite land, it doesn't quite hit onto sAw, but it does put him in a really rough spot. He's unable to move, he's unable to get away, he's just kind of wedged in there, and that creates an amazing opening for Maka to just kind of get that follow-up. Ooh, Kios. No!
Pleasant? Is that you? If you guys don't even know, that's a bit of an obscure reference, to be fair, but from early on in the league, one of the players, Pleasant, decided to sit around in mollies the whole time, and that's exactly what just happened there. Just going to be tagged down as well, but let's move on from this one. If he sprays through that, he might be able to get a kill, but who knows? We can see that X-ray vision. He can't. Kios, unfortunately, that's definitely going to be a burn to his team's potential. Maka, unfortunately, going to go down. Taps over towards the Taurus. Worked brilliantly. What is going on? That use of utility from his teammate. Perfect slash into the frags. sAw just on another level right now. They played really well on their CT side and Overpass, but this is very different. This is a lot more impressive.
Yeah, I mean, sAw have just come alive. Okay, we do have to factor in the fact that Falcon are making some misplays. Oh, come on, why? Why would you do that?
Poor Kios, they're highlighting it.
Oh.
Not very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it does perfectly highlight the point that I'm making about those small missteps. And when you make those, a team is going to take advantage of that. I will say, however, we've kind of highlighted how this was a grudge match for sAw, how they wanted to come back against Falcon, and despite having lost that first map, they are doing a phenomenal job here. They've dropped Falcon back down onto Deagles and one lowly Tech 9. sAw just looking to run away.
I don't know, is playing far too aggressive with that gun, and unfortunately his teammate's gonna fall because of it. He had to play aggressive and try to help him stay alive. That's gonna be a gun dropped, but they can't recover it, but they're gonna be pushing over towards short. This is perfect execution for them. All's gonna stand in between them and taking over the site is gonna be Arky. Maybe gonna start over. That flash gonna work brilliantly to delay it just in time to stop this. Smoke's going to be going out. They could try to make this cross, but unfortunately the smoke was actually badly positioned. The run boost is what they can do. Flash is going to be going through. First kill from sAw through the tip of the smoke. The second one doesn't work out. Kios gets the kill. Grenade should be well delivered. Doing a lot of damage to them as well. Kios is going to get tagged down heavily. Never mind. Actually just falls. And from above, he turns around, gets the kill. Arky as well. Headshots to end the round. 9th on the board. This is just absolutely beautiful. It's very much being orchestrated really well from the side of sAw. Falcon, really good take on the site with just pistols.
That being said, right, so we kind of expect it to go that way, but given that this is sAw and Roman himself admitted that they tended to struggle on those anti-ecos, I think that this is a really pivotal moment for them to have been able to win out on that one. It's something that they've been working on, something that they've been, you know, actively trying to improve. And it's going really well for them. They managed to shut down Falcon, despite Falcon having a really good execute and getting that bomb down. So able to just kind of get that little bit of cleanup. We spoke about how coordinated they've been looking on this map. And again, I mean, that was just another perfect example of it. Now, all hope, I say now, this was like 2 rounds back, but all hope Falcon had of going into this half at a lead, completely decimated. Now they just need to try to get some points. At least 3, because we know that that's a pretty good position to come back from, as sAw has shown us. But, you know, 4 or 5, maybe you win that second half. So hopefully they start to bring things back in. They're able to buy in again here. Macazin going to be buying into that T-sided AWP. Not going to be able to connect there with the early shot, unfortunately. But at least they do see a few of sAw's players scurrying across, so they know that there's 1 or 2 players going to be heading over that way.
Maka's not really been on point with his AWP. He did really well when he picked it up from sAw's body over towards short on an eco round, but unfortunately he wasn't really able to achieve too much with it compared to what they should have been able to do. I love how this smoke is now just like meta for everyone to use, but over towards short, sAw's going to get flashed out. He's going to have to go for the repeat. Misses his shot. Continuing grenade.
Oh no!
Talks about missing shots. Well, there you go. There's going to be some missing utility. Grenade does land onto Kios, tags him down to 69, but hey, he's still alive. He has got Molly in his hands, so that's going to be fairly dangerous on him. Hopefully it doesn't just explode in his hands. Arky, just teammate over towards long. This is going to be a crucial hold. Bush is going to be coming through flashes momentarily as well, I'd imagine, but sAw's made his way over here, completely unaccounted for. The spray should be coming through as well from the other side. Macas is going to be able to take him down, but not before he managed to get a kill. Arky, he finds one, looks in for the second one, but the wallback comes through. Maka. His teammates, they've got A control. Technically, all they have to do is get Python over towards site. We do have down in towards CT, Haji down in towards that position. Is just going to be able to get a frag. Now the bomb is going to make his way across. This should be the first round going in favor of Team Falcon, but it's not over yet. I've not started to sing. Information isn't quite there as to where this player is at, but there's just not really too much he can do. He has to play aggressive out towards long, hope no one shoots him and gets the frags, and unfortunately his decision's called out. I think gets the kill. It's a nice 2k for him, 2k for Maka as well, who got one of those kills through the long doors.
Yeah, really good stuff there. Trying to keep it expensive where possible, but sAw unfortunately not in too much danger in that regard. Team Falcon trying to kind of keep chipping away. I mean, some of these rounds have been a little bit closer than what sAw would like. But at least Falcon, after finally getting themselves around in the bag, maybe they start to build up a little bit more confidence here. There you go. It's going to be a good start. It does trade out, but at least you've taken Roam off the board. Bit of an interesting trade, though. It's Roam for Python. Rough.
I mean, Python's not really been alive this game, so it's not the worst, but obviously last game he was absolutely fantastic. It's definitely in favor of Team Falcon. They got some man advantage still on this front. If they decide to take a site as a 4-man, they can really put that pressure on and deliver the blow that they need to. But unfortunately, if they go towards B, I think Just is going to be able to deliver the damage he needs to be able to hold on onto it. But I have to wait and see. Arcing towards mid has to be a little bit careful. Flash as well. Not quite sure how he realized to look away at that point, but still went off and he got a little bit flashed. This is a change of pace. Team Falcon, over the past couple of games, they didn't really slow down massively. They did when they absolutely had to, but otherwise they didn't have heals. He's going to be pushing here. He gets the kill! Just what are you doing? He over pushed on that front, and now in towards mid is going to be Sadaro having to try and pick this up, but he's going to be completely flash smoked off as well. That is information completely gone. Kyrgyz in towards mid gets one. This has to be a save.
Yeah. I mean, this is why you kind of change up your pacing, right? You try and see if you can get an early... Well, I say an early. You see if you can get a pick off, if there's a rotation happening, if you're able to catch someone off guard, and which is exactly what they do over towards that B side. So they slow things down a little bit, wait till they can get that opening frag, and then they push in. Then they know they have a numbers advantage, and they know that they've created themselves an opening. Because once the CT side is down to only 4 players, they kind of have to spread out a little bit, particularly when they don't actually know where the CTs or where the Ts are going to be coming from. So they have to kind of spread a little bit across the map so that they have some sort of sight line. So you know, if you can get that initial kill onto one of the sites, you likely have a free site. It's not guaranteed, but it is likely. So you can push in there, you can take advantage of that, get the bomb down, and then at that point it's just setting up your post plant. And okay, sometimes post plants don't necessarily go the way that you want them to, but Falcon do a really good job there securing that for themselves. And that's going to be their second round here on the board, finally starting to claw their way back into it. I mentioned that if they were going to make something happen, it needed to be now, and it's happening. It's finally happening.
Yeah, they brought it back 2 rounds. That's what sAw had on over the pass. Well, let's see if they're going to be able to do better than that. They still have the chance, and honestly, they need every round they can. We saw that it wasn't enough for sAw, so they really want to try and make as many rounds as possible. They still got a couple of rounds left here. We're on round 12 out of 30. Full buy from both sides. Fairly equal footing. If anyone's interested in the ADR, you can see that on the left and the right hand side for each player as well. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more of it on sAw's side. They've won in a lot more damage and kills than the T side. Team Falcon. Execution over towards long. Can't happen. Completely denied. Over towards short. They can't even really push through this as well. That Molly is going to have to get used. And Kiosk, he's going to be playing aggressive. Molly's going to be stopping his teammates from following him. Stado is going to be able to get the kill. Absolutely fantastic. Utility denial, and Maxon, he's going to get stuck in that fire. He's going to be on low HP now. They're like, oh, okay, well, that execution didn't work. We took a pause, decided on what we wanted to do. Didn't quite work out for them. Maxon pushing in towards mid. Roman, hold on to this. As soon as he turns away, I think he's probably taken down, but it's going to be in towards that position in CT. We have to be watching, was that Argy? He has to be so careful not to get taken out. He's going to be backing off and peeking around the corner. Roman, unfortunately, too aggressive, gets taken out. Sado takes down Mackerson, wins the AWP battle, and now just over towards the site, flashing in towards mid. That's not where you need to take the flashes. Unfortunately, he's going to be in a super difficult position. Gets one, but he has to find the second. He can't do it. That's going to be 2 back-to-back kills very quickly. Mutrus, last player left alive in CT. AWP in hand. And that is another save on the board. Back-to-back.
I feel like Kios dies in a fire and Falcon take a pause and go, what the hell are we doing? And they slowly start to build their way back into it. They realize they're making a ton of unnecessary mistakes. Maybe they came into this feeling a little too confident, given how they performed in the group stages, given that they'd beaten sAw previously. They come into this, they're feeling themselves. They're like, yeah, we got this in the bag. And then they start making those small mistakes. And at a point, those mistakes become so large that you cannot afford to ignore them any longer. And for me, that tipping point was definitely Kios burning himself alive in that molly. And the change from Falcons has been night and day. We spoke about how on Overpass their T side looked very uncoordinated. And to be fair, given the first few rounds of this map, pretty much the same story. Looks very uncoordinated. Looks like they're not really sure what the plan is going to be from round to round. Now, however, they're starting to get plans going. They have a solid idea of what they want to do from each round, and when things don't go according to plan, they're actually doing really well at stabilizing in that mid round, which we've spoken about before. It's so important to be able to do that. So if they can keep up that momentum, if they can keep it tight, make sure that you're not making those big mistakes, and keep capitalizing on the mistakes that sAw make. For example, the molly that gets missed a few rounds back. Okay, in the last round it does hit, but when that misses, you can very easily take advantage of that. And Falcon have been doing very well at doing that. So if they keep that up, maybe we see them come into this half, not with the best scoreline, but with a workable one at the very least.
Trying to decide on what happened that last round, because there was such a big opportunity for sAw to win that round. They denied the pushes and the utility usage from Team Falcon so beautifully. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. But no. Oh, down towards mid. We're going to be seeing Eos lose his head. It's not a situation you want to be in. Over towards side, though, we've got Arky, who only has a pistol in hand. So this is going to be a big ask for him to try and defend against these players. Luckily, he's going to get backed up towards mid by Roman, who has got a deagle, but unfortunately, the smoke is going to be covering it up. Dropping over that molly to the teammates. Good usage of that ability. Python going to be looking to make the cross in a moment, but Haji, he's peeking on towards site. He has called out that there is a player over there. They should have a decent idea of that. But that player has backed off, realizing that it's no point in him trying to take that fight. And we're going to be seeing the USP come in. It's going to be the Roman get a kill, Mutrus as well, but quickly 2 players fall very fast on the side of CTs, but they've now all got guns. sAw has the AWP in hand. Coming up from behind, it's going to be leave down to Kirjan, the one and only. Hammer to try and clutch us out in a very difficult situation. Peeks down in towards CT, spots out the AWP player, but peeks back over towards long, gets the flick, gets the kill. Realizing that short is probably one of his best positions right now. He's got 23 bullets left in the chamber. Over towards long. He's going to be peek. He gets a single tap. He's looking to take on Scream's mantle. He gets one, but not the second. sAw is going to be able to clutch it out, taking it to 10 rounds on the board for them. 2 rounds left to go in this half.
You can't really call that an eco, because sAw come into it. They saved 2 of the weapons from the previous round, so they did have some firepower with them. But it was an eco. And they did it again. It's really crazy to me that they keep making that happen. And Falcon, I mean, that was another round that actually did look really good in terms of the plan that they had and how they executed it. And sAw just shut it down, using what little utility they had available to them, using Dodo, the absolute monster that he has been. And he's been quiet in some of the other rounds, but when he switches on, when he turns on, he really, really does turn up. So he's been a huge boon here for the sAw roster. And now sAw, of course, going to be able to buy in again because they did win in that previous round. And as you mentioned, only got 2 rounds left here. Falcon need to secure them for themselves.
sAw is going to be on site, AWP in hand. Flash is going to be going out, trying to allow him to make some position here. But Kios, who's been playing really well today, aside from that Molotov situation. Down into CT, he loses a fight. I called him out. Unfortunately, he couldn't live up to my hype. sAw managed to hit one, but couldn't quite hit that second shot. Peeks on over, and unfortunately loses life. He does take down another. Fair play to him, and now Maka and Python going to be looking to make their way over towards site, plant the bomb. Down in towards long. It's actually going to be the frag coming through. This is working absolutely beautifully for them, but over towards short, we've got 2 of the CTs putting in some pressure. The grenade going out, taking Python down to 50 HP. That means he is easily wall bangable as soon as he goes in for the blood, but Mutrus is going to get taken down. Yeah, he's going for the plant instead. He's going to get the kill on Python. 1 versus 2. It's going to be down to Maga. He's completely smoked off here. Can't see too much, but he's going to have to end. Unfortunately, look at the wrong position, Roman. He has AWP in hand, but doesn't even make use of it. He's got the sharpshooter skills with USP. Makes quick work of that, and they're going to the next round. Last round here, Sam, with double AWPs.
Oof. Do you know what I find a little funny about that? So Falcon, their previous name when they were unsigned was Akimbo, and Akimbo is the term for a dual wielding fighting style. and now their opponents are gonna have dual ops, and it's very obscure, but to me it's really funny. And it's gonna make things terribly rough here because Falcon, we mentioned how they needed to win the next couple of rounds. kAw is only gonna be down on a Tech 9 because at the end of the last round he went down to 0 credits after losing his life a few too many times. This is gonna be a bit of an uphill battle, but it's a round that they could have won, but
they're just being absolutely torn apart. What is going on? It seems like they're shooting paper bullets right now, but Kirjan's going to be able to pick one. There's kAw's. This could be the turn of time, but you know what? Just is on site, and unfortunately, he is the staple on this position. He takes down one, looking to go in for the second frag. He knows where he is. Flash is going to be going out, not going to be able to achieve too much here. Peeks out, going to get fragged. Kirjan left in 1v3, takes down one, looking in for the last two players here. There's no way he's going to be able to get this bomb plant down or get it. He flicks out, he gets a kill, goes for the second one, nearly gets it. 14 HP on Mutrus. You can tell why Kirjan was picked up to go in towards Vitality, but unfortunately, just wasn't able to really take it through there. And he's going to be doing his best throughout this show, but couldn't pick up those extra rounds, Sam.
So needed as well. A 12-3. Only marginally better than the 13-2 that we saw on Overpass. But I feel like it's still doable. I feel like sAw definitely proved that you can battle it back. You can get yourself back into a good position here. And Falcon definitely want to do that. I mean, if they win this, then that's a 2-0. So let's see if they can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a fantastic CT side. As long as kAw's doesn't burn himself alive and just pulls his engines a little bit on this front. But we're going to take a quick break, come back with the second half in a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's exciting gameplay.
Go on their T side. They had a few of those nice coordinated rounds, but now they're on CT, and let's see if they can bridge that gap a little bit.
Just the round CT side, Team Falcon. Can they do it? They won the last one on the Overpass. Let's see if they're going to be able to do this. Pushing up towards short is going to be kAw's. The opportunity to be able to catch him off guard, but couldn't hit those shots, end up losing more HP than he took. Still has an opportunity here to play up. A little bit controversial in some of the ways he's been playing today, at least in this game. Last game he was actually playing a snake position and absolutely doing fantastic on it. And I will just say that there's a very big difference between how... Oh, never mind. It's going to be kAw's. He finds one, but the second one he couldn't quite convert into a kill. But over towards mid, it's going to be Hadji. Catches off this player off guard, and sAw is going to get absolutely brutalized by these two players on site as well. Python is going to find one. Arky's going to fall 2 versus 4 situation. The pistols are going to be in hand, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. They're going to be able to take down that player, but from behind it's going to be Maka finds one. Just is going to fall to the wayside, but I honestly thought Roman was going to be able to do something godlike there, but unfortunately not. That's going to be around the board for Team Falcon. No bomb plant, Sam, so economy is in tatters.
Yeah, this was exactly the opening that Falcon needed, especially because, well, as we mentioned a couple times, they had a really rough T side. I like that they take that kind of aggressive stance as well, create those all-important pincers that I do love so much, trying to kind of turn the tables a little bit, so get themselves in onto the site, and it's Falcon who reaggress in onto them, and they're able to clean that up quite nicely. So they've bought into 2 rifles here, or at least 2 to the M4s. Got the Scout as well. Maka once again leaning into that, getting ready for the AWP. One thing that I will note is that Python, who was an absolute monster on Overpass, has had a really rough game. And a lot of that has to do with sAw just being so dominant. But if they're going to take this CT side, if they're going to bring it back, he needs to wake up.
Maka is going to be able to get a lot of damage off, but as it seems, sAw just fantastic at delivering blows with those blocks. So that double headshot onto Maka was brilliant. Roman may well lose his life if he's not careful. Doesn't manage to hit any shots with that deagle, but does sustain a little bit of damage. Over towards long. Mutrus is going to be exploring, trying to see if there's any pushes going to be coming through. But Hadji over towards mid, he's going to be able to find one, looking to find the second. He should be able to get this, but it takes a little bit longer. Gets it anyway. Over towards short, 2 players going to be pushing up, and it's going to be completely expected by Python. He's going to be able to take down one. Maka finally goes down to the deagle, and now we're going to be left with 2 players left alive, but unfortunately they're just going to be absolutely slaughtered, and Falcon pick up the second round. I will just say, Sam, sAw gave up the first round on their CT side on Overpass. So this is the difference. Team Falcon have, they've got a little bit of a boon here versus sAw.
And it's super important as well because they're on the CT side, because they need to build up that economy so much more. So for them to have been able to secure that one, Roman? Did you see that? Was that just me? Did he DC?
I think he might have been DC'd, so I think this is going to be having to... Yeah,
paranormal
we're gonna
activity
have to,
moment going on.
It's like some kind of like scary ghost song is going to be going through. Oh, is he back? No, yeah, he is actually gone. He's disconnected, but his position is saved. Oh, he's flying.
And everyone's jumping out. This is great.
He's holier than thou. Well, okay, so I mean, just for everyone on audience, we're just gonna need to wait for this to be corrected. So we might need to switch away over towards our faces in the moment, I'd imagine, to get this fixed and medic. But we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
They're trying to build like a cheerleader pyramid, I think. Like you can see that we're trying to jump on top of each other. I think that'd be great if they could get that right. Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah.
The pyramid dream is dead.
R.I.P. Mutris has actually managed to take some damage though from the full damage. I think he fell off his head and landed down towards that mid area. So
okay, that is
not going to be good.
Ridiculous. How does that happen?
No idea. Well, let's see what is going on here, and hopefully we can get back into it very shortly. So the rounds on that leaderboard are going to be slightly messed up, so I wouldn't fully believe what was going on there. If he just pushes straight down, he's definitely been damaged now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. So that is sAw. He's practicing a smoke down in towards mid door to land straight on that door position, so that you can jump straight up on towards Xbox. I love that smoke. Good utility usage.
Another round on the board for Falcons. Yeah.
No. Don't even say that. The chat are going to get confused. Like, hang on. That counts?
No. That definitely doesn't count. Don't worry about it. I think that there might be a slight hiccup in terms of, like, getting the game paused.
That's fine.
Do we know if Roman's...
Let's focus on potentially what's going to be going through here. Falcon, they managed to pick up that pistol round, and as I said, that's really a big boon to them. Being able to make that, economical damage versus sAw, who weren't able to get the plant down, which is the difference. If they'd won the round, the sAw managed to get the bomb plant. That's very different. That was pistol. That was actual rifles going into that second round, and Dust2 that could go either way. But because Team Falcon were able to take it, it really just gave them that extra level of security versus what sAw had over on Overpass.
All I'm saying is sAw now have doubles to Dodo. It's all over for Falcon.
Let's hop on over towards a quick break whilst this gets fixed. And sAw really kind of got triggered by having two of him in the lobby, so he's lost his mind, taking out the players. But we'll be right back as soon as this is fixed. So don't go anywhere as we go into the second half of this game.
Well, that was certainly fun. But the shenanigans are over. We're going to be diving straight back into the action here at last. We're on our second half of this match between Falcon and sAw. And Falcon did win that first pistol round, so they've definitely given themselves a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of boon going forward here to try to claw back in.
It's going to be just for the first kill, though. That's exactly what you want to be seeing from the side of sAw, but he did lose a lot of HP. Kios, he's going to be playing aggressive here. Just be able to catch him off guard. Fantastic. Kios equalizing the manpower. The advantage is still on sAw's side, and they're going to be going in for the execution over towards A. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 situation here, with 2 of the CT players still remaining in towards mid, but they are doing a nice rotation here. They should be able to make all the way through. First, it's going to be Kyojon taking down Arky. This is fantastic. Python's in a good position, but he's going to get flashed out. They should know it's the default position, but they don't look! They don't check! And they're going to get slaughtered like lambs, and that's going to be around the board for Falcons.
There's nothing that hurts quite so much as not checking a very common angle. Very unfortunate there. Python be able to get a very solid spray through, and that's going to secure themselves another round. A little bit more cash in the bank as well, as very few of them do go down. Managed to pick up a couple of weapons as well. So looking very good coming into this next one. sAw, not much to work with here. Mutras, of course, does have the scout. We know what it's capable of, especially in his hands. With the rest of the team down on such a low/0 buy, not looking like this is going to be much of a round for sAw.
Yeah, they've definitely struggled to convert any of these kind of pistol rounds versus the Falcons on this side. But Mac is going to be pushing down. He could lose his life. He does, but he does manage to pick up one. Roman going to be able to get a frag for himself. Over towards Troy, it's going to be Kyojon versus Mutras, who has a scout and a dream. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be versus 3 fantastic CT players, and Kios is going to be able to pick up that kill, flushing out that round, and 7 rounds on the board. They're not that far behind sAw.
So at least managed to get 2 kills in that round. It's something, I suppose. No bomb plant, obviously. I mean, it was a little bit of a slaughter, and it was to be expected, given that they didn't have too much heading into it. So we're going to take a little bit of a pause here, it seems. Likely going to be another one of those all-important tack pauses, just to... Especially for sAw at this point. Like, they've conceded a lot of rounds already in this half, and I think that they were looking to make this a pretty dominant closeout, this being their own, or rather being a Falcons map pick. But they had such a runaway lead in the first half. So it would have been nice to be able to just slam the door on that one. Falcon just not allowing that to happen.
Yeah, it's completely denied. You need to see the Portuguese warships come out and really just prove how dominant they can be here. But see what they're going to be able to do. Peeking a little bit potentially aggressively down mid. If they're going in for that boost, they might be able to get a kill, but it doesn't come through. And that is going to be Kios in that mid position. Oh no, he went for the jump instead. He's going to lose his life, getting shot in the shoulder. He's going to fall, and that is going to be Roman tagged down as well. This is not looking good for sAw, not the start you want. But only 30 seconds into this round, and Macca's got his second kill already. They can push into mid if they want, but it's going to be 2 players here who are just going to be playing this fantastically. Smoke is going to go out. They're going to go in for the cross up towards Xbox, but free spray from Kios. Not going to hit anything because they hadn't crossed yet. Now they're doing it.
Good time to do so as well. I mean, they don't realize this, but at that point, Kios has already backed off. There's a nice little smoke in the way as well to cover your cross, but only 3 players left. Roman has both the bomb and the AWP. Has to try to get a kill. Oh, no! How does he lose that?
Macca with 3 kills. If he can get an ace and as an AWP, that'd be brilliant. But Kios, he's going to be able to steal this one away. Takes 1, takes 2. No, he can't. Mutras gets a kill, but now he's going to be left in a tricky situation, and the AWP can't do anything. He gets a second, but that's going to be all he wrote, and unfortunately, Hachi's going to take him down. 8 rounds on the board, 4 left to go to take the equalizer.
It's so doable here. And I mean, at this point, like, you can't even be surprised anymore. We saw this happen on Overpass, what feels like a lifetime ago for these 2 teams. And Falcon just mounting the exact same thing here. Both of these teams seem to really shine on their CT side, and Falcon really showing again how they have such a good understanding of map rotations, have such a good read on what Ts are doing, and they're able to react to that so well. Unfortunately for sAw, that means that they continue to struggle.
I agree. Flash and smokes should be coming out very shortly. Initial smoke, not really going to achieve too much. Might allow them to take some ground here in towards those other tunnels, which they hadn't actually gained right off the start of the round. Which is what you'd usually want on this front. I will say, really want to get these kills, but it's not quite working. Mac up, perfect position. Should be able to spot one of these players out. I don't think they're going to be going in for the kills here, but we'll have to wait and see. In towards other tunnels, they're not able to take any of this ground. The flash is going to go through, but Kios, he completely dodges it, going into the spray. Just going to get taken down through the smoke by Hadji, giving him some of his own medicine, and now they're going to be pushing on towards site. Roman's going to be able to take down one, but the spray should be coming through. No, Sadow's going to be able to get a kill. Hadji is just on point. He's going to be able to get that frag. Over towards A, it's going to be Cohesion, and Maka looking in for these kills. Maka's going to be able to pick up one. Cohesion with the second over towards short. They're just getting absolutely slaughtered here.
Pretty much a mirror of what we saw previously. It's been really tough. I enjoyed watching how sAw kind of change up their pacing quite a bit. So they take a much slower approach here, and again try to wait out to see if one of Falcons players will move out and they can get an early pick off, and then maybe react off the back of that. But Falcon again just consistently have such a good read all the time, and so unfortunately not able to find those gaps. And oh wow, Kio's really looking to make up for that one Molly death, and he's been an absolute rock star.
Unfortunately, Kio's decided to chuck some utility. Missed the opportunity to be able to shoot a player. Back up. Back has been absolutely on point with that AWP actually the second half. First half, he couldn't really hit like the broad side of a barn. This time round, he has just been on point. He picks up 3 kills the previous round, the round before that, if I remember correctly. He's going to be pushing down towards short. He might well have an opportunity to be able to pick up another one, but it's going to be the scout versus the AWP. Never mind. Arky backs away from it, saying, no, I don't want to go for this. Instead, they're going in towards mid. That's going to be a good flash, but they didn't get the trade-off. And unfortunately, Mac is going to be there to answer. Roman's going to be able to pick up one, but unfortunately, they're going to be just taken apart. Just over towards the B site. Is spotted, taken down, easy peasy. Kios picks up 4 kills.
That felt like a trap that just got sprung. Had so many people aiming down towards mid, and as soon as sAw start to push in, it's just gunfire from every direction spraying down and annihilating the entirety of the sAw roster. And of course, again, we have to bear in mind that it was a bit of a eco round from them, so we weren't really expecting too much. Although that being said, it is sAw, so maybe they could make something out. What is this aggression? Python, where are you going? What?
He's going on a holiday, mate. He's going all the way up mid. He's going on a summer holiday, but Kyogen's going to be sending a couple of players on their own journey to, well, to death. And now we're going to be seeing Python coming up from behind. Takes down Sadado. Last 2 players alive on the side of T. sAw are going to be struggling to be able to pick up anything going into this. It is not so good. Well, we're going to have to see what's going through. And obviously the HUD is looking a little bit weird at the moment, guys. Just ignore it. We can get through this together. From now, he's going to see if he can try to recall this. It's not going to happen. Oh, he gets a kill, though. Hadji, he's going to have to try and defend this with the rest of his teammates, but unfortunately, he's going to get burnt alive if he's not careful. He's not going to do a repeat of Kion's. We may keep referencing, which we probably should probably like calm down a little bit on this front. They do have a smoke for CT cross, and you know what? They have free reign if they want to go take this position. Never mind. That's pretty much round on this front. They're going to be able to cross on over towards the B site, maybe get a bomb plant, but he's going to be a little bit slow on it. As soon as it goes down as well, they're just going to be falling straight onto him like a brick wall in this situation. Bomb goes down, extra cash in the bank, but Roman is now going to have to play absolutely godlike. 30 bullets in the chamber. No, none of them have. Oh, and he's going to peek out. He does a lot of damage, but it doesn't quite work. Let's hop on back over towards our beautiful faces so we can actually get this HUD sorted out for you guys.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how Falcons have been running this CT side, particularly in that round. Because I'm watching, like, I'm busy talking. I'm not really paying too much attention to the mini map because you're like, yeah, standard round, and then my eye looks up to the corner and I'm like, where the hell is Python going? And I love it. I love map control. I love pincers. I love forcing the enemy team into an unfavorable position, knocking them off of their balance, making them go, what just happened? And if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Python. The snake in the grass, getting in behind you, ready to strike. And when he strikes, hard and fast. And that's it. That's 2 players down. And eventually he does get traded out. But it's a trade you'll take every day of the week, I think. And of course it does, you know, secure yet another round for Falcons. So they're definitely not complaining. I will say I do find it very funny that there is a team called Falcons with a player called Python. But that's just me.
Yeah, that is actually quite amusing.
Just occurred to me.
yeah, I'm sure a lot of people won't even get that kind of reference. But hey, I just have to say, like, that their CT side is so strong on the side of Falcon. They've shown how strong they were on the overpass, and they bring it back through. But let's jump into the action. HUD is still a little bit bugged up here, but hey, the score is at least correct. Mackerson is going to be able to get that shot off. Roman is going to pull 11-12. We'll have to see what is going on. Python. Roger Bell to help his team out here. One player on the T side has gone down. Fortunately, the fully fixed. Python is going to be able to pick up one, but the trade is going to be coming through. But there's only 3 players left on the T side. And Mackerson, unfortunately, just missed the opportunity there to be able to take down a player. Flash is going to be going through. Smoke as well. Smoke off that CT cross. And they may well be able to make a cross here, but Kosher is going to be able to pick up 1, but not a second. And now it's going to have to be the full rotation. It's a 2 versus 3. Completely conceivable from this side. What was that? Arky with the flick takes down Chaos. Pushes, takes down Marker as well, who misses his shot. He'll on so much, such a killing spree for that orb. He's not going to be able to carry it through into this round. Haji in a 1v2. He's playing fantastically, but unfortunately could not do this. And this is another round on the board. Are we going to the 3rd map?
sAw, finally wake up a little bit there. Arky as well, just coming into this and getting some much needed kills in that round, and that'll secure them their first round on their T side. Bearing in mind, Falcon won 8 rounds in a row before sAw were able to get a kill, and Maka will just shut down all hopes and dreams that sAw had in this next round.
Oh, you say that, but we're going to have to see what they're going to be able to do. Kios. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they shot it down. Straight away. The economy is just terrible on this side as well of sAw, so I don't really know what they're thinking or what they're going to be able to achieve in this. There's only 2 of them left alive in this. I'm just not sure what they're going to be able to achieve. Keeping that open, the AK into the next round is going to be good, but they're going to be playing with a team with players who don't even have full round loss bonus anymore because of winning that previous round. So sure, they got around the board, but trying to collect these rounds back to back to back is going to be super hard. Leg shot, Roman going to be super low. This is going to allow the kill to be coming out. Roman though picks up the kill, fully flashed, somehow hits the headshot. Ollie's going to be going out, but they're going to be pushing him nonetheless. Python flash going to be coming through, but Maka takes it for himself. Roman falls, and that's going to be another round on the board. The side of Team Falcon.
Oh, sAw just able to get something out of this next buy, maybe? Do they opt to just full save this? No, surely not. Invest a little bit into it. Not too much. They want to make sure that they can buy in the next, particularly because, again, we're snowballing ever closer to match point. Now, they're not in the... Oh, Stadodo. Oh, no. Taking so much damage so early on in the round.
Well, it's pistols. What are you going to do? Arky's going to be able to drop down in towards Pit. He's going to be looking to take these shots. Should be able to, never mind, achieve nothing. As we're going to be seeing Maka just pop off with this sniper. And over towards one, Kershin's going to be peeking out, get 1, 2, 3. His 4th is right next to him. He doesn't realize he's going to get taken down. No 4K for him. Maka, though, has an opportunity to be able to pick up another one with that Molly, actually, and grenade combination should do it. Doesn't quite. sAw does manage to take him out in the end. I didn't think he would be able to, but Python is going to be able to get that trade-off versus sAw. They pick up the AWP, a couple of bits of pistols if they want to, going into the next round. Team Falcon, they found the equalizer, I think.
I don't know how sAw come back into this. I mean, obviously, with that being one of their eco rounds, and We were kind of hoping they could pull off the same shenanigan that they usually do on their eco rounds, but now, yeah, scoreline evened out. Both of these teams, just tooth and nail.
I just love the use of flashes down over towards a long. It was just absolutely beautiful. Also, Kios trying to do a Python. Unfortunately, that was accounted for, and he is taken out of the equation. Python is still down and still alive at the moment. Towards lower tunnels. Over towards long, we have 5 players. Execution looking to come out. Gonna have to see what Team Falcon are going to be able to do. I think they should, if you're right in saying, be on 12. So it wasn't quite the equalizer yet. The scoreline is still a little bit confusing on that front. See if they're still going to be able to do anything here over towards a long. They're a little bit slow on this execution, a little bit slower than I would have wanted. So ideally, they're going to be able to pull a trick out in the bag on this one. Yeah. Macca's in. Pulling back a little bit.
Good opening kill for sAw, but okay, immediately traded, and then some.
Just too slow. It's just far too slow on this front, but they're going to be pushing nonetheless. Muta's going to be able to get 2 for his trouble. I said it was too slow, but they've just turned it around. Taking down Macca was just so crucial. Python is going to be left in a 1v2. He's going to have to sneak up behind them, but you know what? If anyone could do it, he's being able to play fairly sneakily, and they're just going to have to make their way very slow. He catches them off guard, but Mutris, his reactions are just lightning fast. Gets the frag and picks up another round. Yeah, fantastic play.
All right, sAw. Can you close this map out? See if they can somehow eke out a win here. 1 round away from match point, and I mean, they've shown that they can make things happen against the odds. I think that last round is a perfect example of that as well. Unfortunately, Stadodo not able to buy up into the AWP. Gonna have to be satisfied with just the scout. But they are at a slight advantage here. Unfortunately, Macca does have the full-blown AWP available to him, and he's going to be taking potentially. I'm curious to see if he actually does push out here, because again, we talk about those pincer maneuvers. If he pushes out and starts to create that crossfire, it could be incredibly deadly. But we talk about slow plays, and this has been pretty slow so far.
Yeah, and obviously, for you guys watching, we're not 100% sure on the scoreline now. I'm fairly certain it's 12-14 in favor of sAw. Wait and see what ends up happening here. Vacation, he's got an opportunity to do a lot of damage as they're looking to do an execution up towards a long. They've got the smokes out. There's going to be 4 CTs here. A massive firing squad to be able to deliver a fatal blow to the side of the T's, but their smokes are going out once again. They're using up a lot of utility, but it's going to be working in their favor. Molotovs have to go out on site. They have to burn them down. Kirshen's going to be down to 44 HP. Kios's going to be able to get 1 kill. Trades coming out, though. sAw, they're looking to pick up their 50th round if they can. Actually, look to go in for the frag just by jumping. Couldn't quite pick it up. Over towards Carl, there's going to be a player who's going to peek up any second and take him down, if I'm right in saying. There we go, Hadji. He gets the kill, but unfortunately, the trade comes through with the scout. Ado doesn't need the AWP to get his kills. Mako, on the other hand, unfortunately, only goes for the tag, and he has to fall away from this one. There's just no way he can try to take this in a 3 versus 1. Not even 4 HP. He hasn't even got head armor on this front, but that doesn't really matter against any of these weapons. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with this for free either. He's getting chased. There is a hunt. And Just is looking for it. He is hungry for this. He wants to give his friend a upgraded weapon, but at the same time, he's like, well, to be a little bit respectful.
I mean, given what Falcons' economy is going to look like coming into the next round, it's very important that Macca is going to be able to hold on to this AWP, because, yep, there you go. Definitely would not have been able to buy into it again. So at least holds on to that. And the armor as well. I mean, you can't really discount how much of an effect that can have in following rounds. But we find ourselves here on match point. There's a slight mistake on the scoreline, if we're correct in saying, with Falcon being on 12, but sAw's scoreline is 100% accurate. They are on match point here, and Falcon, because they spent so much into that previous round, they put a lot of resources into that. Now they find themselves on match point, and they're going to have little to nothing to back them up. They are, of course, going to have to throw in a full force here just to try to match firepower, and to be perfectly honest, they're not going to be able to match. It is going to be heavily in favor of sAw. Now, these rounds have still gone very much towards Falcon, and sAw, Roman told us himself, they are a team that struggles in anti-ecos. But when you're staring down the barrel of match point, of evening out the series and getting on to map 3, I think this is where you start to make miracles happen.
Well, Team Falcon, they've got a long way to go. They'd have to take it to overtime to be able to do anything. And it's going to be super difficult for them to be able to achieve, especially with this kind of lineup on their guns, as you were saying. But Vision, 28-19 on the lad at the moment. He's really been trying to pick up the pace, but Just, he's going to be spotted out. Kios, the information is there. Just might just be able to pick up the AWP as well. Molotov's going through. Maka, you missed the shot. How did you do that?
Did he even take the shot?
I don't think he did. I think he switched weapons and did the casual mistake I think everyone tends to do every so often is accidentally switching weapons as you take the shot a little bit too soon. That's a lot of utility used on both sides so far. We're going to have to see if Roman's going to be able to make his way up short, which he should be able to do. Flash is going to be going out as well. Hadji down towards short, 2 flashed towards the A site, but nothing really gained on the side of T's at the moment. Flashing towards mid. We had you with the MP9. Have to see what he can do. He's going to be able to pick up 1 frag. He has to back away. Stay alive. No! He played way too aggressive on that front. Couldn't find his way back. Kios. He's going to be pushing his way through smoke, if I'm right in saying. But Maka, he catches the leg. What's that? I don't know. And now the information is here. They should know that the push over towards B is going to be coming through. Kios. He's going to have the information, but he's not going to be able to have the sight line. He has to take one. He picks up 1, but unfortunately, he's going to get killed by his own teammate. Python, what are you doing? He's going to get killed. But Maka, he's here to save the day. Orpa versus Orpa.
Ooh.
All it takes is Maka to hit a leg shot here. But, I don't know. All he has to do is hit this shot. The bullet with the bomb is going to be going down. He catches the shoulder, gets the kill. Python doing his best to try and help sAw there.
Well, I made the snake in the grass reference, and well, it comes to fruition. Unfortunate, but at the end of the day, Falcon come out the better half of it, and yep, sAw and anti-ecos. That seems to be where that's at. They possibly get a little too complacent, even though they know that that's where they struggle, and unfortunately it's going to be another round where they lose that out. Now, Falcon are not out of the woods just yet. We're on perpetual match point. Fortune definitely favors sAw here. Falcon need a repeat of that last round, and they need it twice in a row to take us into overtime.
Just going to be smoking off that CT position. This is going to be causing a little bit of an issue inside of TTs, but Python, he's going to get flashed through. That is actually really good. They've actually just completely wasted that smoke on the T side. Gained a lot of information. They've given up as well. They're like, okay, well, this could actually be a bit of a short play. Taking this into consideration. Arky's going to get taken down. Nice aggression going to be coming out from the CT side. This is just something they're actually very good at, is the judgment of how far they can push it. Sometimes it has fallen back on them, but overall, I think they've benefited massively from playing like this. Kios only got Famus in hand, his teammate. Hadji has got the M4. Probably say they need to switch guns with their current positions, if I'm honest, but see what they're going to be able to do. Mac is going to be pushing down in towards CT. No one's there. 40 is left standing. Always going to be on match point here. If Kios peeks, he's dead. There's 4 players just looking right down at him. Down their barrels. Hadji is going to be in a good position. 3 players even. That's going to be 1 lost. Second one as well. Mutia's going to be able to pick up 2, but unfortunately the bomb is lost. Roman going to fall, and now towards mid, it's going to be one of the players. Mutia's going to have to pick up multiple. He takes down 1. He has to cross out into this, but unfortunately the wallbang comes through. Kiajin gets the kill, and we're going to overtime. Oh, wow. Okay. Did not quite fully expect that. What a half.
Yeah, I mean, this is really well played from Falcon to just bring that back so strong in such a heavy-handed fashion, no less. And I think that last round is another indication of things that we've seen from sAw in the past, where they've struggled to stabilize with those mid-round adjusts.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens as we go into overtime, but not before then. We're going to take a quick break to allow the players to take a quick drink, but don't go anywhere. See you in the overtime.
And we're back. We're finding ourselves here in overtime. So, we're going to be starting overtime on the T side. And as we know, that has been their weakest side throughout this series. Let's see if they can make something happen here and secure themselves this second map to take us to map 3.
Oh, well, Falcon has been playing really good on that second half. But unfortunately, you know what? To start it off, that's perfect. I love these AWP battles. And
Yeah.
going to be seeing this Saturday pick it off. Pick off the first kill, that is. Drops over the molly as well. Yells. This time he's got the AWP, picks up of Maka's dead body. Doesn't want to allow a double AWP hold from saw's side. You now have not only the man advantage, but the position. You're going to be facing up in a, well, 5 versus 3 fight over towards the A site. Utility's going to be used from Gojin, try and shut down this push. And it's working so far. He can't do too much on this position, but EO, he has to be careful as he pushes down in towards that mid position. He's going to get spotted out, but it's going to be Kiyo's going to be able to get one. Kiyo's is going to get dropped in towards that mid. That's going to be a fatal wall. On site, it's going to be Kiyo's, the absolute god, trying to hold this position. He's going to get 1, 2, 3,
No
4.
way.
Can he count to 5, though? That's going to be the real question. In towards CT is going to be Arky. Last man left standard, but Kirjan, he's managed to pick up 4 for himself. He's looking in for the 5th as well, and I think they may want to be able to give it to him. It's going to be a massive risk. He's being spotted out. And this is known, and he gets the ace. Kirjan.
There you go.
GG, well played to him on that round. Let's look at the replay.
His name means giant, and well, he really does come up huge here for Falcon. Just completely anchors this A site, shuts down any form of aggression in onto the site. Beautifully played here, and Falcon only lose a couple of players in that exchange, no less. So that's going to give them the advantage heading into this overtime. We're going to be here in round 2 now. First to 19, Falcon so close.
Oh, it's going to be a double kill over towards Long. This is exactly what sAw needed. They did lose the first round of overtime, but win the second one, and that's exactly what they need to be able to clothesline it into the position they need. Futurist couldn't get the information he wanted, but hey, he got the position. Stopping this push in towards Long is exactly what you need from a player, but Molotov's going to be going out as well. Maka trying to do his best to try and regain composure on his team, but he's not going to be able to do it. But the Molotov he threw out did exactly what he needed it to do. Took out Arky, who was sitting on site. Grenade is going to be going for the follow-up. His teammate's going to lose his head, though. Grenade does a lot of damage, 34 HP left, but it doesn't matter. Justice on fire, picks up 2. He's super angry with that last round. Now Haji's going to have to do 1v4. He picks off the first one, but Roman, he may well have died, but it's not going to be within it with Bane. His teammate's going to be able to avenge him. Haji, last one that's alive, and unfortunately, he picks up 1, but has to reload. This is the Q that just needed, but he's going to get taken down as well. How is this happening? Last player left alive, and it's going to be Saturday with the rifle, not an AWP, who gets the kill. Backs off towards Long. Can't recover an AWP, but got the round.
That was disgustingly close. Haji tries so hard to drag that back into a position of contention for Falcon, but we're back to the tied up scoreline between these two teams. Neither one really wanting to give an inch, and it's taken sAw a very long time to warm up on this T side, but you can see they're starting to make those moves. Maka misses that opening shot. Can't miss those.
No, and now Just knows exactly where he is, and honestly, I think Just has to be the MVP for his team so far in this this series. Actually, well, in this map at least. He's just done absolutely fantastic work on the B site, and then just on the T site, his aggressive kind of plays have just been working out really well for him. But in Falcon, they've got a couple of players who've been playing aggressive really well as well. Python for 1, Keels for the 2nd, and their teammates have just been backing them up on this kind of play. And Maka, he's peeking in, gets the first kill. Muta's going to be falling. Incinerator Grenade going to be following up, allowing him to back off over towards mid, change up position, make sure you're not in that same consistent position. Down towards mid, it's going to be Python on code. They could take this one easily. There's a player in towards that mid position. He's going to get spotted out, and that double play is going to be brutal. This is just Team Falcon just saying, we've had enough. You cannot continue on with this. We have to shut you down. That's exactly what's going to be happening. But Stadaro and his teammate pushing over towards Long. No one's here. No one's contested it. Just over towards B, trying to give his team some room. He gets the headshot as well. These one taps for both teams are just on point. He's going to back off, pick up a molly for his trouble. He has a flash as well. We didn't actually find the molly. It was there on the ground, but he doesn't actually pick it up. Trying to do his best here to cause a little bit of distraction. Smoke's going to be going out towards the doors. This is just going to allow a full execution over towards A site. Bomb's going to be going down. They should be able to plant over towards long. They have taken a little bit long on getting that bomb started as they were getting the flash down. And now they're going to have to play a little bit different, a little bit difficulty within this. But Justy's up behind him. He hits the shots again. And so does sTADo. And now it's a 2 versus 3. This should not have been allowed to happen. The CTs have dropped the ball. Falcon going to have to try and clutch at this one. And, well, you know what? Hadji did it last round. He's going to have to do it again. Version going to be pushing over towards long on site as well. He's being spotted out. sADo is going to have to try and hold both sides. He misses his shots, though. This could be the fall of Rome. But the shot's going to be coming through. The defuse has to come through. They can't quite get it. The bomb, it's going down. They don't have time. It's going to go off in another round on the board. What's all?
That's actually heartbreaking for Falcon. And a lot of that is because of how much space they just concede in the mid-round. And it's one of those few times where sAw playing it crazy slow and playing it very passive works out to their advantage. They get in onto a basically free A site, and then you just have sADo absolutely dominating and not allowing Falcon to get in. Now we're going to be heading into a swap sides. Oh man, this is starting to look so rough because it keeps going back and forth. But now with sAw finding themselves on the CT side, I mean, we saw what they did on their first CT side. They were absolutely devastating for Falcon. If they can string these next 2 rounds together, that's it. That's GG's.
Falcon gonna have to do something special here to bring this through. A full bank balance here. Everything they could want. All the trimmings. All the utility they want. They don't have any excuses not to be able to pull this one through. Oh, sorry. Almost all the trimmings. Quite everything they absolutely need, but it's going to be seeing the push from Python. He does kill through the smoke. Roman is going to get killed. It's going to be unfortunate for the side of sAw. Not the first round they really want, but I don't think they're too worried. They managed to bring it back on the T side after losing that first round. He's just going to be smoking out in that mid position as well. Doesn't want to allow them to play super aggressive, but over towards B, it's going to be just. This man held down B site on the CT side so well beforehand. He's going to have to do it again. He's alone on this position, getting flashed out. His teammates are now going to be helping him, and it's going to force a retreat from the side of Team Falcon. They have man advantage. They don't want to give it up. They take it even further. Grenade's going to be going out from sADo. That's going to do a lot of damage, but not quite enough. He gets a shot in as well, but it's just going to be a tag. Maka stays alive, and now they have the ability to take over a site with 0 contention. There's just no one who could do anything to stop them from pushing onto it. Hadji is going to be able to take down Trust, who's going in for that flank position. Doesn't work out. Grenade's going to be coming out from sADo. That could get a frag. But no, it does even more damage, but not a kill. That's the second grenade that's happening on that. And that's going to be a round, an equalizer for the side of Falcon.
There's having some serious deja vu in that round. A free A site, just have to get in onto it, get that bomb down, but unfortunately, a CT side that just wasn't able to make anything happen in that one. So yeah, we equalize. Go on.
Just to mention, I think sADo managed to do 50 damage around about to every single one of the players, but no kills.
It's heartbreaking. You cannot get that cleanup, and that's what makes it so terrible. I do just want to say, kudos to sAw. Whether they win this or not, whether they go out 2-0 or we go to map 3, the last time they played this team, it was a 16-9 and like a 16-6 or something. They've done exceptional. No matter what happens in this game, I'm super impressed with their improvement.
Yeah, and I mean, Falcon have been dealing with it very well as well. Like, they have been struggling to just really shut sAw down, but they've also just been playing very well. They've been able to counter some of these positions. And they've countered Roman completely in this game. He's 7-17. This is not like him. This is very uncharacteristic, and it's because they've managed to work out how he plays. They're just shutting him down. Just though is shining bright like a diamond, to be honest. He's just been playing out of his mind. Actually, I think those kills and scoreline on Roman isn't quite correct. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense if that was right. So never mind, ignore that. But going into this round, Team Falcon, they can't afford to lose this. They need to take as many rounds as possible. And it's going to be Arky taking the first amount of damage. Kios is going to be down to 10 HP. This is going to allow Arky to be able to push up, try to get the frags, but he's not going to be giving it for free. Python going to get tagged down as well. Haji going to be able to get killed. Nice trade-off here, though. Arky's going to get a frag, so his Mutrus is going to be 2 people falling down. The T slides are just absolutely crumbling. What's going on, Haji? And Macazin, last 2 players left. Oh, I spoke too soon. Haji's going to go down. Macazin with an AWP. He's just going to rush. He's YOLOing it right down through mid now. He doesn't care. He's like, screw you guys. But Mutrus is like, oh, screw you right back.
Oh, we're so close to yet another overtime. I can't believe it. Maybe I can. saw's CT side so much stronger than their T side. And there you go. There's a beautiful presentation of that once again. Falcons seem to have such a good control of the map. Good control of the site. And sAw just said, nah. Didn't even allow them to push in anyway. You know, you're just holding from long and... Come on, are we seriously gonna tie it up here? Macca's with the first kill in this round, and well, yeah, we're looking like double OT is on the table.
Definitely gonna be a possibility on this front. sAw, I just want to close this out, but it's just not gonna be allowed. It's gonna be super difficult for them going into their next round. They're gonna be facing a lot of issues if they're not careful. So if I look at Roman, last I checked, he was on 22 to 26, so he's still doing fairly well. About the same as Mutrus. So ignore that KD on his side at the moment, but over towards B, it's going to be just in a key position. He's going to have to do a lot of damage. He finds 1, he finds 2, even though he's flashed. Incendiary Grenade's going to go out, allows him time to be able to try and reload. He pushes around the corner. He's going to spray, but he's going to get taken down. Roman, no, does take down Kios, but B's sight. Never mind, Federo through the double doors. Gets a shot of his life, and now Mac is going to be left in a 1v3. His position is known. His scope was heard. He comes with the deagle. He takes the shots, but it's not going to happen. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed. Finally, in overtime, finally we reach the end of the line. Well freaking done to sAw to even it out, but that does mean that we have one more map